Hello, good morning. For today's topic, I'm gonna go over work and school, um, setbacks and failures and all that, because we all have had classes where we just didn't do well. Um, Specifically, like if we're working towards in a major, like we have a major in college, and no matter how hard we try, like it just seems like it's just not working. I mean, it's not even just failing a class. Like, I'm not going to say give up. Like, no, keep going. You know, if that's your dream, keep going. Like, but honestly, I think if you're just not feeling it within yourself anymore, I think that comes hand in hand. Not only did you you studied and all that. Well, that was my experience where like I studied. In my mind, I wanted to do it, you know, in my mind, but my heart and soul, like, even though I was studying, I I was physically studying, but I wasn't in it anymore. Like once I got to the last semester of the program I was in, um, I feel like I just wasn't in it. Like I wasn't really, my heart and soul was not in it. It was just, I was like, I'm not really. And I think that was one of the reasons why I just couldn't retain the information at the end of it, you know? And so I don't know, I just felt at the end, I just wasn't feeling that calling anymore. And it wasn't just because of the failure. It just, I wasn't having that, I didn't have the desire, in all honesty. Um, and another thing I experienced is that failure actually helped me with the current job that I was in at the time, the part-time job that I was working. So it actually made me a better worker in the position I was in already. So it helped me in that sense. But then I got another setback when I was in the, doing my job after like 15 years, and I started getting burnt out. I think I got and another thing was, is even though I felt I was way qualified and all that, and even the bosses admired me and were in the process of promoting me, at a lot, like the last two hospitals that I worked at. Um, but for some reason, it felt like something else was getting in the way of that. Even though like I carried on, a lead role, I was starting to, become a leader and carried on that, and really had a strong interest in teaching other people. That's how, pretty much good I was at the skill I was doing. But it was always something, either it was something from the outside, something going on around that just stopped it, no matter what I did. Also, what came along with that situation was I just was not, I was feeling so burnt out. And that was the reason why I wanted to move up from that position, I think. But in all reality, that position was actually the same job. It was just a step up, It was just a little bit more responsibility with the same job. So thinking about it now, looking back, I'm like, I still wouldn't have been satisfied. I still wouldn't have been fulfilled, So sometimes you have an issue where, you're just like, I got to do something. I must be something. The Lord must have me in store to do something else, So when you're feeling like this, here's some scriptures in regards to this. Refer to 2 Corinthians 4, line 8 through 9, which says, "We are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. So that, I mean, that can probably go for a lot of different things in this world. But that one I liked in the job, because that's if you're really trying and stuff, but then all these things starts happening around you. And so in my situation, this fit because it dealt with, a lot of things going on outside at home. There was some harassment going on in the workplace and some other investigation things in the department and all that. So I felt kind of like that. But no, that one. The next one is Isaiah 41, line 13. It says, For I am the Lord your God who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you. So the Lord will help you. Okay? And then the third one that I found, I'm sure there's other ones that will help you if you're having job place issues and school issues. It's Jeremiah line 11. I'm sorry, Jeremiah 29 line 11 says, For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. So that is right there. That one's the perfect one. So turn to the Lord. He knows you better than you know yourself. Like, He knows even things about you that you don't even haven't discovered about yourself yet. So turn to the Lord. Turn to Jeremiah 29, line 11, like for sure. He knows where he will steer you exactly where you need to go. And a lot of that is the Lord's plan, like to steer you. Sometimes you just hit a brick wall and you just can't, for some odd reason, you just can't. You don't even feel the desire anymore in what you're doing. And you just feel like, bam, I just can't do it. Even though you can do it, like you're qualified, there's something in the way of it. That means that there's something bigger. There's something bigger for you, or something that needs to be developed within you so that you can do something bigger and better. Okay. So, and it's not even always about money. It's something that will make you prosper in this world. It'll make you bright and glow and use your full potential in this world. Money will come with it, I'm sure, but first is to working with what's in you, wisdom. A lot of that with your education, bam, like you have a lot. You'll have a lot going for you, and a lot, that you can go into anywhere, basically. You can get into that kind of position. So I'm going to read that one more time. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Okay. So all of that, yeah. So all of those, I mean, for me, it dealt with a lot of like workplace, like harassment and bullying and stuff like that. So I think all of these kind of help me, but they can help you too as well. So, I mean, that's another thing. That might just not be the right location you're in. Maybe, I mean, you don't want to be sitting there in a place where you're, being harassed or anything like that. That's an unhealthy environment, So, that's another one. Plans to prosper and not harm you, So you're not going to be, the Lord will get you out of that. The Lord can see what's going on, that if it's not right, it ain't right. And sometimes when you're dealing with a whole department, really, you're just going to have to, the Lord will be like, okay, that, sometimes you can't control other people's behavior. If that's what they want to do to you, a lot of it is jealousy. Okay. So that means that you need a higher position somewhere. That means that you got so much going for you that people just want to pick on you, in all reality. So yeah, you're good. You'll go somewhere, watch, you'll be owning it. Like, Anyway, so that's all that I have to say about that when you're dealing with workplace or school, you know, setbacks and stuff like that, and drama and whatnot. So refer to those, and hopefully you got something out of that. All right, you guys have a great and wonderful, blessed day. Bye.